But on to this now. So, breaking news, the KZN Transport Department has confirmed a deadly crash in Reenen Pass that claimed multiple lives. The accident is reported to have happened about 2 hours ago. We get more details now, and for that we're joined by KZN Transport and Human Settlements spokesperson, Ndabezinhle Sibiya. Mr. Sibiya, a good evening to you. Just last night, you and I were on this platform having a conversation where you're encouraging road users to be safe as they travel from their holiday destinations. And now we find ourselves here. Talk to me about this accident, I believe, involving a truck and a taxi.
Well, no, thank you very much. Good evening to you and good evening to the viewers. Very unfortunate that, we are experiencing yet again another horrific, accident involving a truck and a taxi. According to a report which has just been presented to the MEC for Transport and Human Settlements in KwaZulu-Natal, sponsored by the Road Traffic Inspectorate, you're looking at between 8 to 10 or more people perishing in this, horrific accident. We can report that, the Road Traffic Inspectorate team has decided to cross off, the southbound as well as the northbound lanes, just to clear, the road. And we quite sad that, we continue to have such, accidents on our roads. A couple of, days ago, on the 31st of December, MEC Sponsored Duma convened a meeting, involving the mayor of eThekwini, the mayor of, Renkonyeni and other, representatives of municipalities, especially the chief traffic officers, reflecting on the road safety plan. And we are here now, as you are aware, the SA Weather Services indicated that we are likely to experience, a rainfall of, around 150 millimeters, and our roads are slippery. Last night we had, a truck accident and a bus accident. Quite a number of people were injured. 3 trainees from the Road Traffic Management Corporation who were sent down to KwaZulu-Natal by the National Minister of Transport were involved in that accident. MEC Sponsored Duma has expressed, a bit of concern about, the ongoing road accidents as a result of the heavy rainfall.
Yeah, and as we see the images right now of that accident site, all of this work being done in the rain, and so I can imagine just the difficulty of being able to do this. You say 8 to 10 or more people possibly perishing. I mean, just talk to me about the difficulties of being able to clear an accident site like this in this weather, when you can imagine that there might even be quite a bit of traffic wanting to access the space as well.
Well, the highly dedicated team from Road Traffic Inspectorate is working with emergency services. They are doing their best, to save lives. And we also have, the other traffic officers from the number of municipalities in the district who are also assisting. And you'll recall, Sister Lady, that sometime last year, MEC Sponsored Duma was in the area working flat out with the Road Traffic Inspectorate, other traffic officers, some coming from the Free State, other, NGOs. We experienced, a snowfall of above 30 centimeters. And we indicated yesterday in our discussion that KwaZulu-Natal is located along the coastline, about 600 kilometers of, coastline. And we are prone to cut-off lows. And as you know that, this low-pressure system, it gets isolated from the main, airflow, and it will then stuck in one place and resulting in heavy rainfall in one place. And our road become, destroyed by heavy rainfall. And you've seen how, we have responded as the department with 58 million set aside by the MEC Sponsored to ensuring that we, improve the design of our roads, to improve the design of our bridges. If you look at our bridges, they now have the drainage, cartridge, just to ensure that there's a flow of water as part of stormwater management. But then again, we have motorists that are traveling from KwaZulu-Natal, having visited the province, experiencing the warmth and the friendly smiles of the people of KwaZulu-Natal. Now they are going back, to other provinces, and other people are going back to work, and then they are met with such a horrific accident. It's very unfortunate.
Yeah. I think one thing that we need to do in this conversation, me and you, Mr. Sibiya, is to remind those that are traveling that with these weather conditions, I mean, the 2 or 3 tips that you can give us on how to do so as we travel safely in this terrible weather at a time when so many people are on the roads as well.
Well, MEC Sibonso Duma has pleaded with motorists to exercise caution, not to speed, to obey the rules of the road, keep that following distance, and they must, relax, take a bit of a break so that they are able to concentrate. When there are heavy rainfalls in various parts of KwaZulu-Natal, you are likely to have our road, getting wet, and then, you have, people that are speeding. That's very, very dangerous. Then another issue which MEC Sibonso Duma has been emphasizing is that this year, 2025, working with the national government, he's looking at revitalizing the rail network because we've got quite a number of trucks involved in these accidents, and he's looking at the economic regulation for Transport Act, which was signed by the President, His Excellency Cyril Ramaphosa, sometime in June last year, where there's a strong focus on the rail network, and he believes that KwaZulu-Natal being a logistics hub with the busiest ports, Port of Richards Bay and the Port of Durban, we are having all these trucks that are coming in and out, and our road, is really under a lot of pressure. We've got motorists that, are competing with trucks. The trucks, they must carry the goods in and out of the province of KwaZulu-Natal. We are, by and large, a catalyst for the development of various sectors of the economy. But as we want to play that role of being a catalyst of the growth of sectors of our economy, we want to make sure that our public transport system, is such that we don't such road accidents on our road as a result of trucks.
I know that the accident took place just really quite recently. I know that the statement saying that it took place between 8:30 and 9 o'clock this evening, but are we expecting any sort of high-ranking officials to make their way to that site?
Well, the team, the road traffic inspector, is on site, and we are moving up and down, just trying to ensure that you don't have a pile-up of, other cars. That is why there's a decision just to, to stop the movement of cars so that the accident is cleared. But then again, we are also looking at other aspects because there are 2 departments. It's transport and human settlements. The heavy rainfall has also affected quite a number of, houses that are in low-lying areas, and the MEC, the team from Human Settlements, is working flat out with municipalities to ensure that, people are also evacuated when there's a need. But again, it is the whole issue of the cut-off flows that are concentrated in one area, resulting in rainfall. The floods that we experienced in 2022 and other years, the rainfall of about 300 millimeters to 400 millimeters, resulted in the destruction of road infrastructure. And once again, as we start this year, 2025, we are, holding our fingers, hoping that, the 150, millimeters of rain that have been predicted by SA Weather Services is not going to be more than that. Because if it gets into 200 millimeters of water or to 300 millimeters of water, we're going to have another destruction of road infrastructure and human settlements.
For those that, and I know you've talked about needing to clear that accident scene, which means that you've had to stop traffic northbound and southbound. So I imagine in the hours that come, depending on how long the clearing takes, the traffic there is going to be, and as you say, piling up. Alternative routes that can be suggested?
Well, at this stage, the N2 toll, the N2 concession, is updating us. They've indicated that, the Tugela Plaza and Tugela East ramp plazas have now been closed, and, only to the northbound traffic. And they will indicate once, that, route, is reopened. What they've also just indicated to the MEC sponsor is that, unfortunately, the number has increased. It's about 13 adults and as well as 5 children that have passed on. So we're looking at about 18 fatalities. The MEC is, once again expressing his deepest condolences to the victims, and he is, appealing to the motorists to exercise extra caution. And again, those motorists that are behaving, on our roads, the MEC appreciates, their, behavior, and he's very hopeful that will turn the corner and that will tide over the storm.
And just to be clear there, 13 adults, 5 children that have passed away in this accident. That is the update.
Yeah, that is the update that has just been presented to the MEC sponsor by a highly dedicated team of Road Traffic Inspectorate. You'll recall that on the 1st of December, the MEC announced that, close to 3,000, officers were deployed using about 808 vehicles. The National Minister of Transport, Barbara Tracy, he augmented that deployment with about 197 traffic officers from the Road Traffic Management Corporation. As we indicated again yesterday, that bus accident, about 3 trainees from the Road Traffic Management Corporation who were sent down, to KwaZulu-Natal were involved, in that accident. But unfortunately, they sustained, injuries. They received quality patient care from the Lady Smith Hospital here, in KwaZulu-Natal.
Yeah, that is really a sad way for 18 individuals that have lost their lives. That's the update there that we get from Ndabezinhle Sibiya, spokesperson for Transport and Human Settlements in KwaZulu-Natal, where that accident along the Reenen Pass has now claimed 18 lives, 13 adults, 5 children. And again, this is such an incredible reminder of why it's important to stay vigilant on roads, particularly as we wrap up the festive season and people start to travel back from their holiday destinations to their homes. Mr. Sibiya, we do appreciate your time. Thank you so much for that update.